You have spent years learning how to get into OT school. Have you spent even 1 hour figuring out whether the debt actually makes sense? If that question made you uncomfortable, good. Stay with me. This is one of the most important financial conversations pre-OT students never have. And for the next few minutes, I want to have it with you. The pre-OT content universe is built around one question: how do I get in? GPA, hours, personal statement, interview prep, OTCAS strategy, all that content exists. None of it addresses what happens after you get in and after you graduate. Specifically, the financial reality of borrowing 6 figures to enter a profession with specific salary range and specific markets with specific constraints. Most applicants do not seriously engage with that reality until they are signing the loan documents, and at which point the emotional investment of acceptance makes rational financial evaluation almost impossible. So let me give you the numbers and the framework right now, before the acceptance arrives and making an objective decision is unavailable. The average OT doctorate program debt is somewhere between $100,000 and $180,000. The median OT salary as of 2026 is just under $100,000. That includes the entire United States, before taxes, before health insurance, before retirement, before you repay. Your take-home from $98,000 salary after standard deductions is significantly less than $98,000. An income-driven repayment of $150,000 of debt, and your monthly payment can be about $800 to $1,500. Subtract your rent and any mid-sized city where you understand why OT graduates often feel financially tight in ways they did not even anticipate. And here's the thing about those numbers that changes the conversation entirely. OT salary vary enormously across setting and geography. Travel OT and home health OT earn significantly above the national median, but that practice looks very different. School-based and nonprofit settings often pay below $98,000, particularly in rural settings versus city settings. They're very completely different financial realities. The setting that you are most passionate about clinically may not be the setting that makes more sense in your debt, more manageable later. That tension is real. Navigating it requires knowing it exists before you choose your program. Here's the framework I use with pre-OT students to evaluate this decision clearly before the emotional investment takes the calculation impossible. 1. Identify each program that you're interested in, their total cost of attendance, including living expenses. You should have at least 3 to 5 programs. Research the average starting salary in your preferred setting and geography. Model your monthly take-home after taxes and repayment on that salary. Remember, an income-based loan can be at least 15 to 20% of that salary. 4. Compare that take-home to the cost of living in your target location. 5. Ask the questions most applicants never ask. Is there enough margin left for the life I want to build, where I want to build it, and the financial flexibility to respond when things get hard? And the last thing about this conversation that I want to be direct about: this conversation is not anti-OT. I've spent over 25 years in this profession because I believe in it. This conversation is pro-clarity. The OT who builds the most sustainable career is not the one who went out to the most prestigious programs. They are the ones that entered programs with a clear financial picture and then built their careers on those foundations. They built a life that they could support within the parameters of what they're paid and what they're making. My group sessions cover this financial framework in depth: program cost analysis, salary modeling, setting decisions, repayment strategy. This is the conversation you deserve before you sign anything. Space is very limited. There are spots available now. Link is in the description. You found it. Now use it.